that should fix that. And hopefully we can get everything back on the way. Every time I have a good stream, that's when Streamlabs decides to just be a fucking cunt. I don't know if this is live. I've just hit the start live button and I'm hoping. If you can hear me, fantastic. If you can't, I don't honestly know what to say, but I'm done. Honestly, that's really pissed me off. I'll still be here to watch the second half. Don't you worry. But I am sitting in. I hit my PC and it's now dented. It is dented now. So that's fun. But that's I'm sick and tired of it, man. Like, Streamlabs works perfectly fine the whole fucking week, and the second that I need it to work, it doesn't. So yeah, I'm just fucking annoyed. I'll be real. But we got everything back up and running. Hi Paul. Right, I seen your comment come in there. Right, so I'm back live at least. Great. Well, I've lost about 50 concurrent fucking viewers as well, which is always nice. Small streamers need those types of streams, and this fucking app just had to decide to ruin it all for me. You have no idea how much I just, like, I'm tempted to just, like, not even do the second half now. That's how little I care. Generally how little I care. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I need to go and do some other shit, man, because I'm fucking... Tell you now, Streamlabs crashes one more fucking time. That's it. I'm not just done with the streams, I'm just done in general. I'm just done in general. Because I'm not putting myself fucking through this, man. The actual anger that I'm feeling right now is... Don't even know why I waste my fucking time bothering. Generally spend a whole week prepping, doing all these new things for this stream, getting it all up nice, done, and fucking running just for it to break. Right at the peak hours, man. Fucking second half will be starting at some point soon anyway. And I better hurry up, because I need something to take my mind off this before I fucking lose it. Like, I'm actually just... Did I miss anything in the few minutes? I mean, the second half's just started, so... But you genuinely don't understand how fucking irritating it is, because I tested this offline and it worked for 7 streams straight. No issues, no problems. The second I actually go fucking live with it, it crashes because of Discord notifications. And now I'll be lucky if I get maybe 15 concurrent viewers by the end of this second half, which means this stream's pointless now. Like, it's been rendered useless. And it's so fucking annoying. Because it didn't do this last week when I had fucking 20 concurrent viewers, but no, the one time the concurrent viewers were going up and this stream could have actually done well, and I could have hit my sub goal today as well, by the way. That's been ruined. Because of a piece of fucking technology. Honestly, see if I took my camera off, there is a dent in my PC because I just went like that and hit it. Like, fucking bro, man. But yeah, I just want to see fucking something. I just need, at this point I need to see something because I'm actually depressed now. Sorry to anyone that is coming back and having to put up with the fucking angry side of me, but this genuinely is just the most annoyed I've been in a long fucking time. And if it crashes again, that's it. I'm not even wasting my time going live again. Like, at all. It's done. Let's see, did they make any changes? Because I didn't even see what happened at the end. Like, it just cut off at like the 43rd. I don't know when the stream crashed last time out. I know it's just because I'm pissed off and I'm just speaking my mind, but... Bro. Right. Just focus up, calm down, go. Right, KIllie have a fucking throw in for... I think their own actual area, to be fair. I thought it was the other way around, but I forgot second half. Switch sides, so it's going to be sent forward, headed down. Eventually gathered, Rugby who will just about get it covered and go in again. McGregor's just been folded like a deck of cards, that should be a foul. And it is given. Well listen, anyone that's in this stream, I need you to share it like mad. Like I need you to go off. And get us back up to 50, because that would be... That would help take the sting out of it, considering the fact that I'm not even going to speak about it anymore, I'm just going to focus on the game. It's going to be sent forward by KIllie. Gathered eventually, Ralston will try and shimmy with it, doesn't quite do it, and Daba's going to get it under control, although he's lost out, and here comes a run from Abada. Please just give me something to fucking smile about. Played into space, Kyogo hits it straight into the first man he sees. Not exactly the wrong idea, but he does the right moves to get it forward, but here come KIllie on the counter attack. Joe Hart's going to come out and claim it, and just punts it forward trying to find things. Nah, because even like Rangers are bad, but they don't just wait until it's necessary and then fucking demolish everything. That's what I'm saying. Like Streamlabs only ever crashes whenever I'm doing an okay stream. Like if I'm streaming on Twitch to 2-3 people, won't give a shit. But if I'm live to like 30 or 40, it's like my PC just goes, Well, honestly, I thought it'd be 3-0 up as well. I thought 3-1 was my prediction. That's why I'm so surprised, because, like, again, KIllie have played well. They've done exactly what they've needed to do. But Celtic have not done anything of what we're supposed to do, what we're known for being able to do, I should say. Like, we play good football, but... My God, is it frustrating. There's a great ball through, though. Maybe a chance here. It's another... really good crossover. Oh, dude, it really should have been a lot more than that, to be honest with you. It was a lovely ball down that right hand flank though. Great ball in, he just puts too much on it and he gets behind his man. That's unfortunate, that's really sad actually. I was offline, yeah, no, that's why I'm so pissed off. That's generally why I'm so pissed off, Garrett, because genuinely, I mean, the only saving grace is that it crashed right as the half was coming to an end, so it wasn't as bad. Like if it was the 50th minute, I wouldn't have been able to go live again, because by the time I got everything back up, it would have been like the 60th minute, something like that, and it would have kind of been a pointless stream. But at the very least, I can manage to. Like I said, I might as well go and do the second half, but there is now a dent in my computer. Can you hear it? Yeah, I'm just not having any luck at all. Like I need to get a new computer. I say it all the time, but it's the thing about being broke is that you can't. You know what I mean? So it's one of those ones. It's just frustrating, but like I said, we're not really too worried. Like I said, if we can get back up to even like fucking 30 viewers, a couple of likes, as long as the stream does okay, you know what I mean, it's justifiable. It's just irritating because it did it in the Ross County match a few months ago, and that one was pretty much the exact same situation. About 30 minutes in, it just blindsided. And it was, again, Discord. I need to have Discord closed now whenever I stream, because that's twice that I've gone live, then someone messages me or something, and my entire screen just freezes, because I could hear everything, but I couldn't see anything. It was just black. So I had to just turn off my whole PC, and yeah. Well, KIllie are trying to claim that's their throw, and that definitely isn't the case. It should be ours, but they've given it to Kilmarnock. That's interesting. Well, I'm more calm now anyway, so it's not as bad, but when it first, like when I turned off my PC initially, I was raging. So let's just say that much, and it doesn't help when the sun makes me look like I'm fucking white as hell. It's like everything has just gone wrong at once. That's the best way to sum today up so far. But the ball's going to be played across. Let's see what happens here. Here's Taylor, goes inside, tries to find options, takes a little bounce out to the right hand side. He lets it go. That's a shit pass again, man. Kyogo's been floored. Referee says no foul, so he's clearly fucking... trying to, yeah, eventually does go into the book. Thank fuck for that, I was going to say. Kyogo's still on the pitch, he's still doing fine. I mean, I can probably just do this and show you the lineups quickly, because I know they would have changed one or two things, but nothing major. Our lineup's still entirely the same, let's be honest, and Kilmarnock's just changed their formation to be a bit more defensive in the second half, like again I called. So as long as we keep them under pressure, eventually once we get to the 70th minute, 75th minute, pressure will be on and we'll be able to cause a little bit more for them, you know what I mean? That's the hope anyways, that we can just cause a tiny bit more damage. And there's some people funneling back in. Hello, yeah, stream crashed and I died, but we're back. Just had to have a temporary mental breakdown, but we're fine. Ball's into the space, let's see what goes. Doesn't quite find anyone. And Darby manages to clear it away, although it's going to give Ralston a little bit of time to do something with it. Goes at his man and actually gets past him, although he's shovelled back out wide. All arms are in the air trying to claim for a corner. I like that for Ralston, that's much better. How you doing, Robert? At least we've got a couple of the new faces back in, so that's not too bad. It just sucks because they had a really good chat system going, you know what I mean? Like, everyone was talking about different things. That must have ruined a lot of momentum for a lot of people. But we've got about 40 minutes of football, so that's the way I'm looking at it. 40 minutes of football to make my day a little bit better. And the KIllie players are doing their best to try and force themselves forward here. Goes out towards that left hand side, dots in. That's a really good touch and he's going to have a crack. That's a bit of a weird decision to do it for that far out, but apparently they're going to call a foul for what this time? Honestly, I feel like you're blowing the whistle for fucking fun. What? Did it come off his hand? Is that what it is? I think so. Well, they've just taken it quickly. Lionstein dab it. Back towards McGuinness. They'll just kind of use that inside space, do what they can with it. Here comes a... Now, hiccups have started. I swear to God. Like, no, actually, I'm not even going to swear to God, because he's the fucker that's causing me all the problems. God damn. Yeah, we're not doing exactly great right now, Sandwich, I'll be real. Abada's playing the right areas there, just gets into the space, but he's not caught a fucking... bollocks is that, man? The fuck's McInnes doing this in his shirt for? You a CIA agent or something, mate? Is that what's happening? Well, they're going for the long punt again. Let's see where this one actually does find a KIllie player this time, to be fair. It's going to be gathered. O'Reilly's flicking it forward, takes a bounce, a couple of spread around plays, and we're good. Still only got 6 shots left, so we need to do better. That's what I'm saying. We need to get Kyogo off. As much as I hate to admit it, we need physicality or just outright pace. So it makes sense for me to push Maeda in centrally because he's got the most energy. Bring Haskabanovic on so we have someone that's physical but that can cross the ball. And then maybe bring on Yang. In fact, no, definitely bring on Yang. But Kilmarnock have done well to win the ball high up here. There's a shot straight to the goalkeeper and just past his post, to be fair. I don't think it was going to cause too many problems, but I don't think Hart was willing to take any risks with it and just kind of gets a little touch to the side. It's a corner kick for KIllie. This one could be interesting. Oh yeah, as we were saying, I couldn't put it better myself, Virtual, but yeah, I mean, Taylor's getting stretched out way too much, which makes it easier for Nowitzki to get baited in by easier challenges. Like, Lagerbielke's more or less playing central defence right now, and speaking of the boy, gets it clear there, but it's still very much in our side, and Ralston has not came out to cover that right-hand flank at all. Eventually gets out to cover him now. Ball's in, Hart punts it, or kind of punches it above the KIllie player. I'm not even sure if it was a really threatening ball in. Could have probably claimed it with both hands, but it's back to KIllie. They'll punt it forward. That's a good touch by Kyogo. Really good header to get it under control, and that's good football to keep it in play. But another loose pass for Taylor, man. The difference is this time he's been fouled for something, but I couldn't honestly see what had happened. Forrest and Turnbull better not be the ones coming on. It'd make more sense for me to bring on Yang or Haskabanovic. Oh fuck! He took an elbow to the face. I mean, it was unintentional. You can tell it was unintentional because it was just as he came out of the challenge kind of thing. But fuck, that is going to hurt your nostrils. Oh, you can feel that. I just seen it, Joe. It was a hell of a fucking collision, but he's getting treatment. But for now, Celtic are temporarily down to 10 men. And I don't like the look of that. I think it might genuinely be Forrest and Turnbull that might come on. Which again, Turnbull I don't mind because at least we have someone that can pass it long. But Forrest, when we have Yang, like, it's just not ideal. Things are not going well for us, and the longer he just stays to the side, no fucking shot. Here come KIllie, you're kidding me on. What the fuck? Where's the close your space? You're fucking kidding me. Ralston, you absolute... I need to know exactly what the defence were fucking doing there. That is the stupidest shit, and I'm not even saying this as a half joke. That is the shittest goal I have ever seen, because you had 4 defenders all watch the ball roll past them. Stick your fucking legs out! Ralston just lets his man waltz past him, lets the ball get crossed, and fucking, of course, because Taylor's still getting his fucking... still getting seen to, KIllie have just outright FIFA'd us. They've waited for one of our players to go off for medical fucking treatment, and then they've cheesed us by exposing that side, getting a crappy ball across, and a tap-in chance. You're fucking kidding me. You're actually fucking kidding me. Yep. Get Kyogo off the fucking park. Get some actual fucking pace on the pitch and stop playing football, boys. You're losing to Kilmarnock. That's not funny. Fucking hell, man. They're not even playing as good as they did against Rangers. At least when Rangers got beaten, they were beaten because Kilmarnock played good football. That was pish. Oh my god, man. They're checking for offside, and yeah, of course it's going to be given. Utter fucking horseshit. Wait, they've drawn over his shoulder? The line is drawn over... Oh, I'm not even going to fucking bother. We can tell what's happening here. He'd been off the pitch. He wasn't trying to be... he was just getting elbowed in the mush. That's what I'm saying. It's not... you can't blame Taylor for being off the pitch during that passage of play, but fuck me. I guess this was just a day that was always destined for me to wake up and feel miserable. Like, I don't know what it is. Big man up there just does not like me right now, for whatever reason, but yeah, they've got 1 goal, and honestly, it's the most undeserved goal I've ever seen, but we move. I would like to see our fucking attack wake up, and specifically Matt O'Reilly. The cunt has been non-existent since the goddamn 20th minute. And yet I guarantee you the changes that they'll make, they'll take off Maeda for whatever reason, despite him being clearly the best player. Genuinely one of the few players I feel sad for. And once again, Joe Hart just keeps up his trend of conceding in every fucking match he plays in. And people wonder why I have such an agenda against him. Well, that scoreline should basically clarify for it. But we've got half an hour to basically save our goddamn season. I'm ashamed that you have the same first name as me. Get the fuck out of my chat. Get up you. Fair enough, mate, fair enough. But at the end of the day, there's still time to play. There's half an hour left. But Rodgers needs to make changes, and he needs to make them fucking now. They really need to do something, because it's getting fucking annoying the amount of times we're getting into the box and then just passing it back. This is one thing that I don't miss about Brendan Ball, is the fucking, we get into perfect space and then just go straight backwards every time. No, they'll defend like fucking lions now. They'll do exactly what they did against Rangers a few weeks back. They'll just sit in. But that's the thing, that's what pisses me off, is the fact that against Rangers, they played very good football. They have not played great. They've played defensively sound football. And then we've let them get through with a really like game. Ralston deserves a lot of pish for that, man, because he just let his man past him way too easily. It's a good ball out wide from Kyogo. Please do something with it. Abada. Ball across, straight towards the goalkeeper. That's just fun and wholesome and really makes my life happy. I should have known when England got beaten. Oh, you're talking about the World Cup thing. Honestly, women's football, or at least World Cup football in women's sport, it just wasn't worth it for me to watch. I've seen a couple of highlights of different games, but none of them really interested me. You would see it in League 2. In fact, you'd probably get better standard in League 2, and that's not even a joke. It's just simple fact. Fair play to the England, or the Lionesses, for getting as far as they did, but I mean, Spain, especially in women's football, Barcelona, the Barca Femení side, my god, they're good. Why are you... Two people on them and they just don't ever try and get physical, and now they're like, I swear to fucking god, Ralston, mates, you cannot be built the way you are and not be able to use your body to shoulder some people out the game, mate. Come on. Like, I'm not mad, but I'd like to see something in the next few fucking minutes before I start getting really, really annoyed. Oh, because, well, I mean, Rodgers has a... Yeah, I mean, you've put it a bit better than... Oh, right, okay. I don't mind that change if it's Yang. Right, Yang is a good change. I can accept that in Turnbull. That's more sensible. Home wouldn't be the one I'd go for. I'm definitely in your boat, Virtual. I would have 100% said that O'Reilly should have came off. Let Yang and Turnbull link up on that right hand side and give them a different like option to go forward with. But we need to see something. The big thing that gives me hope is that Yang is always a powerful super sub. He comes on and does what's necessary. That's what I'd like to see. Just give him a little push in the right direction. That would be ideal. Let's see what happens though. Ball's going to be played inside. It's awkward for KIllie, but they do get it into space. Takes a deflection off of Ralston. Going to be played into towards the back stick again. Eventually just goes past everyone, thankfully. And now, oh for fuck's sake, KIllie players try to get in his face. Armstrong, no offence mate, but you're not going to be anywhere near the top 6 come the end of the fucking season. Don't even try and get buff and proud. It's just one of those days where the Celtic boys have not woken up at all. With the exception of 1 or 2, like I said, Maeda I have nothing but love and respect for, because at least the fuckers tried, you know what I mean? But McGregor's been non-existent as well, you know. As much as I hate to admit it, our captain's not really done too much either. I feel kind of bad for our centre-backs because they've been put under maybe a bit more pressure than I think they were expecting to be put under, but again, you just have to give credit to KIllie. Should be a throw-in for us, and it is. That's good. At least we have something to smile about. But I'd like to just see a wee bit more. For anyone that's in chat that hasn't, if you can subscribe, it would help me out, because we're trying to make our way to 700. That's the sub goal for basically the rest of this month, because we've got 1 or 2 games to cover in this month. The next game's against St Johnstone. Is it St Johnstone? I think it's St Johnstone that we've got next. There's a yellow card out for another KIllie player. Yeah, just holding Kyogo up, it was definitely going to be given for something. Let's see what happens here. We're now holding up the play for something else, I don't know. That's the way I'm looking at it, Garen. We've got 20 respectably alright minutes just to grab an equaliser, you know what I mean? Because I mean, I'm pretty sure in the League Cup it just goes to extra time, and that would actually make up for the stream crashing in the first half, because I'd be live for the same amount of time technically. But I would prefer us to scud them and win this game 3-1. I was correct about KIllie scoring, although I'd have much have preferred that we would, 2-0, 3-0 up. You've got a 500, kicker on Celtic doing the treble. Yeah, I mean, you lost $4,500 as it stands. Well, that's always fun. But, again, there's time to play. It's just the fact that we're not making any clear chances. You know what I mean? Like, they're not obvious chances. The ball's just bouncing around and no one's really trying to win the ball back and take it forward. It's for fuck's sake, yeah, now they're starting the pish where they fall over every time they're touched. I haven't even been able to check to see how the other stream did. Since it's crashed, I actually need to reload that and check. Because this would have been a stream that would have probably got over, yeah, probably easily over, 1,000 views. But I don't think that would have been the case now that it's crashed. But then again, it's not too bad because I can just list them as a joint VOD. It's not all horrible. Ralston's in the book as well for fun. And this is where KIllie will start trying to get a bit serious about trying to see this game out, because we've got about 20 minutes left, and every minute that ticks by is not good for us. Yeah, I don't think like you're 500 down. There's still time, you know what I mean? Celtic are always a late kind of club. We always tend to thrive in the last 10-15 minutes. That's why I'm kind of like, as it stands, once we get to the 85th, you'll start to see me get really pissed off. Because again, we could have done much better, should have done much better, and this all stems for the very first chance of the game. If KIllie scored that first chance of the game, KIllie's entire plan would have been shot to shit inside 2 minutes. And then they scored one of the worst tap-ins I've ever seen. It's just typical Celtic, isn't it? Like, we play nice, clean, beautiful football, but every goal we concede is just, it's an eyesore more often than not. Taylor's done well to hold that one up. Gets it back towards his man. Let's see where that one goes. Nagabilke will take a storm and run forward. Please do something with it. My throat's dying now as well. Exactly it. It's not done until it's done. But I'd like to see us at least get the fucking equaliser prior to the 80th minute, because at least that way we've got something to, build on. Switch cool, yeah. Don't mind losing my Taylor. Yeah, exactly. Let's see where this one goes. Taylor's. We're starting to play with that 3 at the back kind of formation. We're forcing Taylor up the pitch more so that I think Maeda and Kyogo can kind of double bracket, if that makes sense. It's like a dual partnership, but it opens up space at the back. This is the risk about doing what we're doing. We might get more chances now, but if Taylor isn't willing to cover those runs, then it's going to be much more difficult for us to close out that left hand side. Although, speak of the devil, he's on it. He just gets decked and he's stayed down. You're fucking kidding me. And now a KIllie player hits the deck as well. Yeah, it's going to be one of those ends to the game. Not a big fan of this, but we move anyway. Could be way worse, but we really need to get something on the board now, man. But we're just playing too slow. That is the big issue right now, is we're just playing way too slow. Like, I would like to see a wee bit more on the forward front. That's good, right, okay. Tries to press it inside, come on, run it with it now. Like, we really need to fucking use the midfield space more, but Kyogo's just getting forced to sit deeper and deeper inside. Ralston. I don't think we've had a shot in about half an hour. Genuinely don't think we've had a shot in about half an hour. But there eventually does go out towards that right hand side. Here's Maeda, gets it in towards space, dinked over, headed up. No one's going to be there to get the recovery, but eventually gathered. KIllie will win it back though, and McGregor once again just kind of dangles his foot in, but doesn't really go in with the intent to win it back. And you can hear the KIllie fans, they're out and making as much noise as they possibly can, but I mean, the Celtic fans, you can hear them, they're frustrated, and I mean, I'm fucking frustrated. Because I mean, if we were sitting here like, oh, like we've hit the post, had a couple of decisions go against us, like I'd be like, fair enough, you know what I mean? But fact of the matter is, 2 chances in the first 15 minutes, and those were the highlights of the game for us. It's probably the only reason KIllie are good at home. It's genuinely just because of how bad their pitch is, virtual. But it's no excuse, not when you've got a massive gap in team quality, you know what I mean? Kilmarnock are an alright side, but they should not be 1-0 up right now, no matter what way you slice it. It's kind of just frustrating. There's Jan getting bundled and pushed over all the time, and Armstrong's trying to cover the ball. I'd actually knee him in the face for fun. I think they're going to ring on Kyle Varsel. That's the way I'm hoping about it. if we can get 2 goals, fantastic. But even 1 will do, because it goes to extra time, and KIllie's really throwing all of their eggs into one basket to see us out here. There is Haskabanovic getting warmed up, so I'm right about what they're planning to do in that side of things. McGregor needs to get the pressure on the lads. Brown would chew their arses off, exactly. That just even show a bit of bite themselves, you know what I mean? He's the captain, you lead by example, and he's been very quiet as well. He's been very... In a cup game anything can happen, but should it? No, absolutely not. The goal that Kilmarnock scored was easily preventable with some decent defence. There's a flick on, I think that's going to be a corner kick for us. So we might have something to salvage just about yet, but yeah, virtually, you kind of hit the nail on the head, man. It's like, it's a different story if Celtic are going to go out, you know, baring their teeth and play the next 15 minutes with pure attack of grace, but we know that's not going to happen. It's a Brendan Rodgers side. We like to build up slow. There's an awkward one in. It's not going to find anyone though. Haskabanovic. We'll try. Here we go. Do something here. What's happening? Ball in from Taylor. We're starting to try and use the crosses a bit more now. There's Turnbull into Kyogo. It's deflected away. Are you kidding me on, man? There's definitely fucking... Hold on a goddamn... Get that away into the box. It's cleared away again. This is just stupid. But Celtic are starting to pile the pressure on more and more. Just about 76 minutes gone here. Rolled about forward. Ralston does well to get past 1, goes inside, it's up and awkward. That's came off his fucking arm! That has came off his arm. He even looked towards the referee. They're waving play on for now, but I'm honestly, yeah, this is definitely one of those, the SFA fucked fucking us over, but gave Rangers the entire world yesterday. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, they're just going to play it on, you can tell. Oh my god. That's pathetic. Well, we'll move on forward. Taylor's got it. I don't even know what to say to that. Genuinely don't. But Celtic just don't get handball calls for whatever fucking reason. Apparently we just have a rule against us to prevent that. I mean, it's clear as day. Half his arm, but we'll probably just get an apology for the SFA after the game, like, ooh, sorry. Actually pathetic. Don't even know what to say to that, man. They're playing it in slow motion to just drill the point home even more how bad the decision was. Fucking typical. Absolutely fucking typical. Yeah, exactly. Virtually, you've hit the nail on the head. I mean, yesterday they made 2 wrong decisions, both in Rangers' favour, as well as the fucking missed pull called on them. They get away with all of that, then Celtic this game. We have an offside call for Kilmarnock's goal not giving, and then a clear and obvious handball. And now they're trying to claim it. See Armstrong, he is a wee diving pussy, and I would literally, I called it a few minutes ago, knee the cunt in the face and give him something to cry about. Because that is just genuinely off these all. Like, every time they show that replay, it's just going to draw home the point more that the SFA don't know how to do their fucking jobs correctly. It's actually laughable that you cunts get paid wages. Headed back, let's see where this goes. Headed back, let's see where this goes. Ball's punted forward, only as far as the KIllie man, bounces around a little bit, and yeah, we really should have been playing at this pace for the start, Joe. I don't disagree, but it's not going to stop us from thinking about all the chances that we've missed, and also the chances that we've now been clearly and obviously denied. So that's always nice. But it's funny, one side of Glasgow gets carried through their fucking game against a much worse opponent. We, even with VAR right there, couldn't call the obvious. It's heritage, man. Heritage. Might as well try and prevent us the treble at the first opportunity, right? They're not giving that a foul either. This referee needs actually fucking investigated pronto. Like, you need investigated pronto, mate. I'm not even joking when I say that. Like, fuck the amount of calls that have been like that this game. You give KIllie fouls for literally contact, but they can full on pull your arm, throw you to the ground. Advantage. Advantage played. Let's go. Yes. Well, we're going to make all their changes now. We've not got too much time left, unfortunately. Yeah, that Armstrong's a time waste, isn't it? You're not as good as Stuart. Simple and pure. Can you all subscribe for my suffering, please, if you haven't already? Because this ain't fun. They're going to bring on Liam Donnelly. He's one of the changes for KIllie as well. I just noticed that out of the corner of my eye, but man. Played into McGregor. He gets it under control. Ralston. And towards space. Let's see what they do with it. Goes back towards the again, it's pointless if you're just going to keep going back towards the defenders, man. But we really need to stop putting shots on target. At the very least, stop putting shots on target. There's a deflection, bounces around. Maeda's touch is loose as fuck. Still gets it under control though. Bounces around again. There's a bunch of deflections. And Yang's just missed a fucking sitter. Or did it take a... I'm not sure if it took a bounce or not, but fuck me, man. We're starting to throw chances in now, but it's not... Without Kilmarnock trying to throw their entire livelihoods at defending it. There's a ball in, up and awkward, bounces around, falls to Vassell. He's just going to dink it over one, chases on, no one's there to cover it. This is why I'm confused by the entire left hand side of the field this game. Ball over the top, here comes KIllie, 2v2, and one of the defenders just decked it for no reason. That's always fun. Eventually Celtic managed to cover their shape and go again, but nah, Rangers won 2-1 yesterday with the help of the referees. It was 12v11, but I bowled her a piss take 4 months ago. It was dreams of Champions League group. Now can't even see us getting a point in that competition. I wouldn't say this game has been bad for the sake of what you think, mate. It's a simple case of it's a cup game. Might as well play some players that aren't fully, you know, fit or cohesive with the unit of the team yet. And a mix of strikers just not having a switched on day. KIllie has been non-existent, and I'm not even joking when I say that. It's like he's there, but he's really just laying off balls for other people. It's just been wing runs the entire time. Here is KIllie, and there's a loose pass. It's just literally the same attack on loop every time. So no wonder it's easy for KIllie to read it. It just makes it just difficult. Taylor's not really been good. Ralston's been fucking god awful. McGregor's been missing. Turnbull's not been that good since he's came on. It's not really a bad Celtic performance, it's just a frustrating Celtic performance. It's just fucking annoying, because of course Rangers need to lose 1-0 to them, we ripped the piss out of them for it, and now we're going to fucking lose 1-0 to Kilmarnock. But the difference is we deserved. Like, we just deserved to fucking get so much more out of it. Taylor's just wasting his fucking time on this pitch, honestly. We need a new left back and stat. Young's giving him the ball back away there, that's always fun. We need something, man. Just something. Man, I'm really glad I decided to stream this. I'm really glad I decided to wake up and put fucking faith in this squad to do something. There's a ball bouncing around. Maeda's going to win it and run forward. Here we go. Can there be something on here? What the fuck? Why don't you just sign for Kilmarnock if you're going to pass it to them that clearly? Bro. Not really can go bad to MK Dons. This is just one of those off days, but Rodgers will have a lot of fucking questions. Like, a lot of questions. Because this is Kilmarnock. I get the pitch is bad. I get the fucking... I get it, but... there's no excuse for losing. There just simply isn't. Not when you've had a good amount of chances. And don't get me wrong, VAR has been, once again, the fucking bane of Celtic's existence. It just justifies my hatred for it that much more. Like, I'm not even fucking surprised. That's how little... I mean, of course, it benefits one team for Glasgow, but you ask them to do the job for the other fucking half, and it's like, all of a sudden, oh, we can't do that. And that's what it honestly fucking feels like, Virtual Man. Like, we're putting... Taylor's just gave up. That's why I'm surprised, because we could have brought on, like, Bernabe. Sorry, but you hate Rodgers, Wolf. Can't argue with that. Yeah, Kyogo's not really been that impressive, what the fuck. Yeah, Lajabil took a pretty weird one, though. Oh, no, another KIllie. The fucking hell, man. These cunts fall over like goddamn dominoes when they want to, don't they? You're just brought on. There is no excuse. You can't even use cramp as an excuse. You've been on the pitch 5 minutes, you fat dick. On your feet. Now. For fuck's sake. First half they were up every time they got fucking so much as bundled over, but then basically since they've scored, they fall over and stay flat for about 10 minutes. Fucking hell, man. That's what it feels like. Honestly, that's I wouldn't even say that KIllie beat us today. It's a simple case that the fucking referees did. their goal was offside, but of course they apparently don't account for the shoulder anymore. It's just fucking sad now. It really is just sad. Just no intent for the attack at all. There's another bobble and bounce around. Well, Virtual's saying there's a handball call. I presume I'm going to see it in like about 30 seconds or so. So let's see, Yang. Oh, it can't be lost. Right, okay. If they are seriously not going to give that, that's two. Two calls. Two calls going against us now. There's a bundle over outside of the box. Referee doesn't fucking wait for anything. I swear to fucking God. No, man. It's SFA 1, Celtic 0. This isn't KIllie. This is straight up the SFA just doing what they fucking do best, man, and sabotaging us by any means necessary. Two handball calls not given. Theirs is offside given. Excellent. Absolutely fucking excellent. This is... I don't care because it's a League Cup, you know what I mean, bro? Who cares? You know what I mean? It kills our treble hopes. But it's fucking typical that we don't lose it through our own means. We lose it because the referees are blind, incompetent arseholes that have had money shoved in their pockets for the goddamn masonry. Like, what else can you say? Genuinely, what else can you say? Just do something, man. Stop fucking going backwards. Lagerbielke's had more touches of the fucking ball than anyone else. Just a classic blunder of a fucking system, man. They're just, they're adamantly just doing what they can to cheese now. He's down with a head injury. Looks like it anyway, I'm not too sure. But once again, man, basics of football just ain't working for us. Oh my God, yeah. There's another one that's a part, yeah. Just take him off a fucking Portland. They've all went down with the same apparent right leg cramp in the back of the fucking hamstring injury. Get off your fucking ass and move. Honestly, yeah, see at that point, at the end of the game, just fucking break the referee's legs for fun. Make sure the cunt can't ever do that again. Because once again, the referees have basically sabotaged this match for us, which is nice, it's always fun. I just didn't think they'd try and start their shit this early into the season. Genuinely didn't. Because at least one of them should have been a penalty. Definitely one of them should have been a penalty. It was clear as fucking day, but they apparently just miss it. Maida's got it on the edge of the D. It's somehow headed away. That's always nice. Handball's definitely long gone now. We're back to this same classic pass it for the back, and when it works brilliantly, but against teams that play with 4 or 5 at the back, it just doesn't make sense. It's all well and good if you're trying to play that pressing line, but again, you factor in all of the chances that we've missed, which haven't been many. That's the thing that's saddening about it. We haven't had many chances, but atypical. Rangers get carried through their tie, we get fucking thrown out of ours, basically. At least they'll get a trophy this season. I suppose that will give you some happiness, guys, if you're in chat. But man, that's headed forward and gathered. Let's see, stole away again. Taylor's just fallen over. Honestly, I don't know, Virtual. I think they may have just put bread into the pitches or something. If worst comes to worst, just get the seagulls on. That's well kept in by Yang. Even gets the pass away, that's good. But we need to get the ball forward as soon as passes. Yeah, you couldn't have put it better, Garrett. The fact is that we've been at the edge of their box more often than not, but they just refuse to play that final pass. It's just this, oh, honest to God, man. It's just a bunch of bullshit going all the way around. I appreciate that live email. That's going to be for Haskabanovic. Let's see what he's going to try and do. Awkward play. Still time. Oh shit, apparently you're saying there's a penalty. If VR's denied us 3 chances, I'm going to fucking lose my shit. And I'm genuinely being serious about that, because the first 2 were clear and obvious. No. If they genuinely waved that off, you can tell that no, I am 100% convinced the SFA are fucking against us here. Because this is exactly the same fucking foul that Rangers got against Greenock yesterday. With the difference being that the KIllie player doesn't touch the ball this time. So you're telling me if Greenock foul fucking Rangers and get the ball but take the man down, penalty kick, we get tackled without the ball being won. Not given. It's double standards at the highest fucking level. You cannot be serious. I don't know what to say. I genuinely don't know what to say. You can fuck off, Jake. Put an eye in it and that's what you're. You're fucking Jakey. Out my chat now. Difference is we actually deserve to win our fucking game. Absolute horseshit. There is no other way to put that up. I mean, if that's not a penalty, but the fucking... dude, what can you say? VAR needs to be looked at, and it needs to be looked at now. They got about fucking 4 calls wrong that game, genuinely. Shit's wild. Fair enough to KIllie, you know what I mean? I'm not going to hate on KIllie in the slightest, because fair enough to them for scoring and holding it, but the referees... They're going to have a lot of conversations, and most of it will be when do we get paid by those lot. Because fuck me. The first one, cool. Second one, you're taking the piss. Third time, which was the most obvious penalty of the lot, what can you say? What can you actually say to that? Yeah, but lucky we have one more fucking crack at the dice, man. Like, genuinely, it's just not good. So one more chance, Lagerbilk. Out for McGregor. Held out well by the KIllie defence and just kind of punted away for safety, but we're not getting a lot of luck, man. In fact, we've had no fucking luck. There have been 4 VAR decisions in this game, and all 4 of them have been incorrect. You're right about that, Garrett. We've definitely had our chances to win it, which is why I'm saying, look, fair play to KIllie. They deserve the luck. They deserve to go through. They haven't played bad by any means, but they've had a lot of fucking help. And anyone that isn't wearing blue would fucking agree with that sentence, because... Oof. It's just about as frustrating can be. There is no other way to put it. I give credit to some of the players. Maeda deserves a lot of love because he's ran his fucking heart out. Genuinely ran his heart into the ground to get very much nothing back. So, yeah, I mean, there's about, 40 seconds left in this game. I'd be very surprised if we managed to salvage anything for this, but, well, at least we have our reasons for losing. Nah, that's way over. That's not even going to fucking threaten anyone. Yep, well, I'll tell you what, that's full time, and I've got to say there is not really much you can say to that except fucking hell, we need better referees. I mean, before anything, Kilmarnock, well done lads, you deserve that. Absolutely fantastic for them to keep the start of their season perfect. That is fucking commendable stuff for KIllie. Well done to them. But the referees, seek help. Psychiatric help, because there is no fucking way, unless you are blind, that you missed all of those calls today, my G. You have fucking linesmen that are getting paid 30 grand a year to do that shit. Right? Think about the job you work in right now, right? The job you have right now. The referees are getting paid probably 10 grand more than you. They get paid to do that. That is the dumbest shit you can possibly fucking ask for. None of the Celtic players are even they're surrounding the referee right now as if to say, can you fucking explain to us? KIllie fans have their day in the sun, but I'll tell you what, man, no one is going to look at that game and go, they deserve to win it. Oh, man. Can't win it, we've got decisions going against us. Yeah, Virtual, you've put it in. I'm off on the slash. Fair enough, Sam. Would you enjoy your night, mate? No, that's exactly it. Can't fault KIllie in the slightest, Craig. They were fantastic, and sorry, that was Garrett. I just seen that. Talk about you every chance to. Talk about you giving you every chance to get back into it. Not necessarily. I mean, that's the thing. Most of the chances that we got handed were taken away. There was 3 penalty calls in that game, all for Celtic, and not one was given. 2 of them were clear and obvious errors from the referee. That's my complaint, is the fact that if they did their job, we could have won that game 2-3-1. But the difference is the fact that, yeah, like you said, we didn't score the open play chances, which is the frustrating fucking thing about it, because if we just did the basics right, we would have been fine. But once again, it comes down to the fact that we've got too little depth at the back, because Ralston was fucking awful today. Dude played bad. Taylor was god-awful today. He played shit. The only 2 that played alright are the 2 that are newest to the club, which is a big fucking massive red flag when you're looking at it and going, why are they 2 the best players when they're still trying to gel into what the team's cohesion and tactics actually are? The fact that a Swedish boy last week who wasn't even at fucking Celtic can come in and play the best out of all of the defenders is very scary, because it means that Ralston and Taylor have got basically their fucking their spots in the teams solidified, so they can relax and be like, if I have a shit game, I have a shit game. Stuff like that. That's where if I was a Celtic manager, I'd be like, see you prick, you'll not get fucking fielded until you can show me otherwise. The only silver lining here is that there might be some more cash release to get some more players in before it's too late. Well, based on that performance, we definitely need 1 or 2, specifically the fucking left back, because Taylor depressed me today, man. Genuinely, everything just had to go wrong. You know, to play PGA 2K23. Aye, exactly. You have more than enough reason not to do that. That's what hurts about it, Garrett, genuinely. Like, VAR is meant to, even if it's not meant to necessarily correct the referee's mistakes, a referee should at least be able to go over and look at a monitor when he's not sure. The fact of the matter is, right, is not once did he walk his fucking legs over to that monitor to look. He did for KIllie's goal. Seen that the guy's shoulder was clearly offside and then went, it's a goal for KIllie. But then 3 penalties, he does not once not once go towards that fucking box to have a look at it. That's why I'm frustrated, is the fact that if you've got VAR and you're demanding all of these clubs pay the money to have it fucking installed every year, why the fuck is it not being used the right way? Because Celtic, that game, were 2 penalties, definitely, potentially 3 if you want to argue that point, and we didn't get a single one. That is bad. But yesterday, there were 3 decisions in that game, and all of them went in Rangers' favour. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bias, but I'm saying that if that penalty that Rangers got yesterday against Greenock was a penalty, then that Haskabanovic foul was definitely a penalty today. And the difference was is that the Greenock Morton player won the ball, but because it's so fucking, it's heartbreaking, because Celtic didn't necessarily deserve to win or lose the game. In my opinion, it should have ended 1-1, go to extra time, do whatever. But we don't even get the opportunity to do that because the referees can't do their fucking jobs correctly. That's what pisses me off. It's not the manager's fault. It's not necessarily even the team's fault, right? That's the sad thing. It's just strictly down to refereeing decisions. Kilmarnock took the advantage. They got the goal and ran with it. Fair enough to them. They deserve the win. I'm not going to sit there and deny that. KIllie deserve all the respect in the world. But they know, once they get into that dressing room, they are breathing the biggest sigh of relief that the referees happen to have a bad day today. And it's always whenever we play, that's the fucking annoying part, because there hasn't been one game in the last 24 months or so that VAR's been in place for Scotland that we've been beneficiaries of it, unless we're already 3 or 4-0 up and the decision doesn't fucking matter. But in games like this, where it's a knockout format, where every decision counts, when you get 4 of them wrong in one game, not just in one game, but in one half of football, that is despicably bad. Like, you are pish at your job. If you can think about like a baseball umpire, if they were to get every strike call wrong, how long do you think they would last before they're thrown out of the game? About 5-6 calls? If an NBA referee literally just calls a foul for no reason and then doesn't justify that with an actual explanation, they'd get thrown out as well. But for some reason in football, a referee can just go, this is it, and you have to accept it. And if you just put it in, you put it best, Chloe, man, it's an absolute fucking joke. I'm frustrated in the simple fact that we didn't necessarily deserve to win. It's hard for me to sit here and go, oh yeah, no, we deserve to absolutely crush them and go all the way through and play the best football we've ever played. Because that's not the case. We were shit today. But we deserved a goal. We deserved something at the very fucking least, and it's just frustrating that we just didn't take the opportunity. You know what I mean? It's one of those, but listen, it's fine. It's totally fine. I'm not sad or upset about it. I'm just kind of more frustrated by the fact that we just made the wrong choices. Get a life, Jake. How about that? How about that? That would be fun. I can tell you're a hun just by the way that you're. I mean, yeah, it is so blatantly obvious. But I'm not too fussed about it, to be honest with you, because I can take a defeat without destroying someone's toilets and stuff like that, so don't worry about that. I'll be okay. And besides, it's just annoying in the sense that we couldn't do it. No, aye. Well, exactly that. Well, you enjoy yourself, Garrett, mate. Cheers for coming along, man. Get your jacket. Gonna put a bit on myself, Shadow. The guy's a gimp. I'm not fussed by that in the slightest, man. Honestly. I've converted Rangers fans. I know, no, shit. Let me just find who asked. I'm not looking for them, so it's whatever. I'm not too hanged by it. Again, it's frustrating that we lost. I'm not going to be heartbroken about the fact that we lose a game, but just could have done a lot better about it today. I feel like definitely we need to push ourselves forward and do a little bit more going forward, especially in the Champions League, because now that we're out of one competition, we need to overperform in another, because no one expected Celtic to go out today. I didn't, and I had every faith that we were going to fucking cruise this game, and we technically should have. We just didn't, but we should have. That's the annoying thing about it, but nah, you take it on the chin and you move on, you know what I mean? It's just fucking irritating. 70% of the ball, I mean, I'm pretty sure it just came up there. Let me have a look at the Google stats. See, this is the thing, it's like Kilmarnock had even shots, so that's what I'm saying. It's not as if Celtic were necessarily better, but we absolutely were better. You know what I mean? Every stat kind of goes our way, but I wish they had VAR decisions like implemented, because I mean, you see, they don't even say it in the Google thing, like, oh, there's a check for this, there's a check for that. Because they VAR checked this, got it wrong, but gave it. You bang at me one more fucking time and I'm coming up there with a fucking BB gun and putting it through your door, you prick. Love you. Upstairs neighbours are gimps, man. Rangers fans. But we move. Need AJ back now. Yeah, the sooner we can get Johnston back, the fucking better, man. I'm not even going to argue with you on that, but it's whatever. It's fine. Ralston's just not it for me. You know what I mean? He's good in his own wee way, but he's not built for counter-attacking teams. Like, he's fine against, you know, your Ross Counties and your, you know, I guess your St Johnstones that kind of play that slow build-up football. But against teams like Kilmarnock or Aberdeen, where they use counter-attacking sweeps, yeah, it makes it way more difficult. So, it's whatever. It's just showing the seedings. Rangers, Aberdeen, Hearts, Hibs, Livingston, Ross County, KIllie and St Mirren. So they're all top flight teams, aren't they? I think so. Just waiting to see who Rangers get drawn against, out of curiosity. Yeah, Rangers got Livingston, so KIllie got Hearts, Ross County got Aberdeen and Hibs got St Mirren. Hibs and St Mirren will be a good game, because they played last week and it ended 3-2 to St Mirren, and that was at Easter Road, so that will be a good game. Aberdeen's at Ross County, which is, I'd imagine that would be Aberdeen's game to lose. Rangers against Livingston at home. I mean, they were 4-0 winners against them last time, so I'd imagine they'd go through to the semis, and then you've got KIllie against Hearts. And that, again, the advantage is that KIllie's at home. If they're at home, then... Oh yeah, no, it's very common. Don't worry about it in the slightest at all. They do it basically any time I stream, and even when I don't. But I'm not too fussed by it. I've had confrontations with them before, but it's all good. So yeah, I would say the semi-finalists would probably be... I'd give the KIllie and Hearts game to KIllie, especially because it's at their home ground. So I'd say it'd be KIllie, Rangers, Aberdeen and maybe St Mirren. I would say St Mirren. The sick of Ralston being on the team. Could not agree with you more, David, innit? And us getting beat in the same sentence happens too much. Yeah, it's very common that we lose in stupid ways. I think that's the only annoying thing about it, is if we'd lost through fair enough means, I'd put my hands up and go fair enough. You can go back to previous VODs that I've done on this channel where if my team loses, I'll be like, here's why we lost. The only reason we lost today was simply because of the men in black. It wasn't because of the men in blue and white. It wasn't the KIllie, you know, it wasn't the KIllie players that overarched the entire outstretch of the game. They were good, yes. Did they deserve to maybe get something out of it? Yes. But was it the sole reason that they won? Absolutely not. The referees carried KIllie, especially in the last 20 minutes where there were 3 individual calls that they got wrong. It's like if they didn't get them wrong, maybe I'd be able to sit here and be like, oh yeah, no, like again, if we had all those penalty chances and missed them, I'd sit here and be like, fair enough. But it's a different story when you can't necessarily get them all to piece together. And again, it's sad when, you know, Lagerby is one of the best players that we've got and he's just signed. Literally, man has just touched down in Glasgow like 4 days ago, and he was the best defender out of the 4 of the. Because obviously Carter Vickers, with him being back injured, it's not exactly ideal for us, although it's a minor injury from what I've seen. Ange Ball was so clear, yeah. Because again, my first season ticket that I went properly to every game was in 2016-17. The season we went undefeated. So I seen Brendan Ball at full effect, and while it was fun to watch, it was also frustrating when we were drawing or losing, and that in this game it was very apparent because we just weren't willing to go through the middle of the space. Yeah, the semis are at Hampden, but that was the second round today, mate. The next one's the quarterfinals. You've got, I mean, they were on the screen a second ago, I should be able to remember them. You've got Hearts and St Mirren. It is Hearts and St Mirren, aye. Rangers and Livingston, KIllie and Hearts. And then whatever the other one was. Because that game didn't really matter too much. I think it's Ross County and Aberdeen. It's just shit to see us lose the treble momentum. Literally that's your first defence of your trophy, and it's losing away from home to a team that plays on a grass, like not even a glass pitch, you know what I mean? Fair enough, thank you Jamie. It's one of those, you know what I mean? Like I say, I can take the hit in the chin. So it's coming to just need one more easy home championship game like they normally get. Yeah, they got Levy at home, so. But a lot of people, see over the next few days, they will compare those two clips. See the. In fact, I really want to go and find it, right? I'm going to go into this screen now, because I want to go and find the decision that Goldson had. Not Goldson, who am I thinking? Dessers yesterday against Rangers. They had this really fucked up. Like, I mean, Haskabanovic's was the exact same, with the exception that the KIllie player didn't touch him. Like, he didn't get the ball. He just completely and utterly fucking took the man out. You know what I mean? But for whatever magical reason, we never got given a penalty. But yesterday, Rangers did, and that was a penalty that basically helped them win their game. So, let me see it. I don't want to hear. Runners up. Yeah, I don't want to hear any talk about the motherfuckers. Okay, this is the. I might get copyright straight for this. I'm not too sure. We're going to hang it anyway. Have a look, right? Haskavanovic was actually tackled for his, right? But they gave a penalty for that. He gets up and runs away. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? But then our decision today was the complete and polar fucking opposite, where he gets actually contacted and, oh my god, it's football heritage. All I'm saying is that it's quite obvious the SFA didn't want Celtic to win another treble this year, so, oof. There's no quarter. No, it's Livingston that they play, mate. Hearts are away to KIllie, and Rangers are at home to Livingston. Aberdeen are away to Ross County, and then Hibs are at home to St Mirren for the quarterfinals, mate. So it's a fucking weird one, you know what I mean? But that call right there, that's why I'm so confused, because if that was a penalty yesterday, how the fuck was Haskapanovic's today not? You know what I mean? It's a different type of annoyance. I'm going to go on to Twitter and see if I can find the Haskabanovic trip, and you'll see exactly what I mean, because I that's the one call that's really stuck under my skin the wrong way, you know what I mean? Let's see if I can find the VRSFA. Let's see if anything comes up for these pricks. It's not exactly the best quality video, but it's one that shows what's happening. So, yeah, right, now keep in mind Dresser's foul, right? This was what Celtic got denied a penalty kick for. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what... Look at the minute. Celtic would have needed that penalty. They would have deserved that penalty. They'd gotten a lot of fucking calls absolutely dead-ass wrong. But yeah, there you go. I mean, I'd probably read through the comments and it'll tell you everything you need to know. Yeah. Oh yeah, and there we go. Rangers fans saying it's a dive. There we go. Similar to Morton's yesterday. That's exactly my point. If Morton got a penalty against him yesterday, why the fuck was this not given today? It's so... Yeah, they are at home, David. They are at home. It's fucking... That's why I'm frustrated. That's why I'm really annoyed, because at the end of the day, if one's a penalty, how the fuck is the other not? That's all I want. I just want the referees to sit down and explain that to me. How is one a penalty but the other isn't? Because it's the exact same type of fucking foul, with the difference being that one falls over deliberately and the other gets wiped. But, of course, because one is, Ibrox and the other isn't, they get their... they just get all the luck in the world in their favour. I mean, fair enough. I don't care, because it's the League Cup. The Scottish Cup's the big one that matters to me, but it's just shit that the treble is basically done before the end of the fucking first month of the season. And if it was Rangers, I mean, Chloe, that's literally the point I was making. Like, yesterday, the exact same foul happened for the Sailors, and they got a penalty for essentially nothing. The ball wasn't involved in the play, which is why they didn't give the VAR decision today, because according to the VAR referee, Paskabanovic wasn't going to be able to involve himself in the play any further past that point, so there's no need to give it. But the Sailors was already going out of play, so how the fuck does it work for one but not for the other? That's why I'm so confused, because again, that's one of the more decisions that the referees got wrong today, but there were two handball calls that they got completely and utterly fucking wrong, and one they didn't even check. So you sit there and you go, fair enough, I guess that's fine, you know what I mean, if they want to mess up one or two decisions, cool, but the fact that every decision that they made was basically against Celtic and not once was it explained or even like addressed, it was just, nope, move on with it. And the Celtic players towards the end of the game were looking at the referee like he was just literally wasting a spot in the park, and he was, because the referee was just stood in the pitch, pointed his fucking finger every now and then just occasionally just blew the whistle for KIllie. Because there was a lot of fouls that they got away with that Celtic just couldn't even dream of trying to do to KIllie, because we got fucking yellow carded for it. Ralston got yellow carded for the exact same type of foul that KIllie did like 15 seconds earlier, got away with it with nothing, so Ralston does it back, immediate yellow card. Like, it's so laughable. That's the best way to put it. I mean, Rodgers is speaking right now, he's doing the classic spiel, we weren't at our best today, we could have played a lot better, all that shit, but I don't buy it for a second. Let's be fucking real, the reason that we lost was simply because of the referees, and I want to see if he mentions them. It's the whole reason I've lingered around as long as I have. I usually end my stream about 10 minutes after the game, but I'm wanting to hear what he says about the refs. Not happy. He is not happy. He is not a happy chappy by any means. God damn. Oh yeah, I forgot, because my PC crashed, my fucking Spotify closed as well, so I can't even outro the stream the way I usually do. Let me pull up. Yeah, right, okay. So, is there anything else that I need to cover before I end the stream? If you have any questions or that, you can throw them in, by the way. I'm totally okay with that. I'm just trying to see what the next game is. The important thing for me though is this. That's all I care about right now, as it stands going forward, is the fact that we're still in there. But I mean, well, fair play to KIllie, you know what I mean? They're not playing horrible, but that's funny. They can laugh about getting the worst trophy to win in Scotland all they want, but the fact is they're literally behind Kilmarnock right now. So technically we lost to a better team than Rangers. That makes it a little bit more bearable. But for those that are interested and are still here and are interested in obviously hearing me co-commentate or whatever, then these are the types of games that we'll be covering. I'll be live for basically every league match and most of the cup. It sucks because I like the idea of being live for extra cup matches, but unfortunately that's not the case going forward anymore, which is a bit of a shame, but we move. But the next match is on the 26th, and I think that does the Champions League draw happen before the St Johnstone game? Because I don't honestly know, and I kind of want to do a live stream where I react to the draws as it happens. But I think that they would happen after it, wouldn't it? It would happen at like the start of September, because obviously there's still 2 legs to play, isn't there? Because in fact there's an easy way to check it, and then I could just probably back to this screen, then we open this Champions League. Let's have a look. When's the next tie? Let's go back to this screen. Oh yeah, right, so it'd be on the 1st of September. There you go. So I'll be doing a reaction to the draw on the 1st of September as well, because obviously there's a chance that that's these are Europa League, so it'd actually be the 30th, and then the draw would be on the 31st. I searched up Champions League. Why the fuck did it give me Europa League? That's the correct one. There we go. So the draw would be yeah, 31st, I'd imagine, on the Thursday, or they'd maybe leave it to the Friday and do both of them on the 1st. But that'll be an interesting one. That's probably the best game of the qualifiers in terms of like rank. I mean, maybe the exception of Panathinaikos and Braga's, PSV and Rangers. That'll be a good game. If Rangers can get through that, fair fucks to them. But yeah, it's an interesting one. But that's the next game you want to focus up for if you would like to come along and watch that if you want to. But I'll give you a second if you want to throw any questions or that in. Let's just see what's happening. Yeah, all of my pals messaging me saying get up you, basically. That's always nice. Thank you, appreciate it. Not bad though. I mean, I checked the analytics for the first half of the KIllie. Like the first half, that one's done fine. Those views, that will be an alright kind of video. Not sure how this VOD will do, because technically they're both combined at the same time, but not too bad, you know what I mean. But we'll sit for, I'd say, about 7 minutes. We'll go until about an hour and a half, and then we'll wrap this up. But if you want to throw down any questions, or just even questions about me, or just topics in general, I'm here to help you. Especially after that defeat, we all need a little bit. We just need a little bit of fucking leeway. I mean, yeah, virtual, spawn. I'm baffled. I'm just confused by it, honestly. Like, I'd be less hurt if we didn't lose in a shit way, you know what I mean? But yeah, for those that are just popping in, hi, hello. Rangers went through yesterday. I know Gaz is still probably loitering in here, so he'll be sitting smirking in his wee corner, happy. But this is the match on screen right now is the one that I care about for obvious reasons. This shit's kind of crucial for us now, because if we've lost one, we need to grab every conceivable point from now to the end of the month. And obviously I don't think there's a game after the qualifiers. I think there's one on the 3rd, yeah, because after them it's the Old Firm, and if we take 6 points clear for them and we're not even in the starting kind of periods of the league, that will do bits for us. So ideally, bounce back, absolutely fucking wallop St Johnstone like 4 or 5-0, then go and get a result away at Ibrox. And if we can do that, it's doable. 100% we can go on and just casually stroll the league. But it's a bit of a shame that obviously in today's game there just wasn't a lot to, you know, be happy about. I mean, that game was fantastic for us. There was a lot to be proud of in terms of performance wise, but for us to lose, especially that badly, you know what I mean, you can tell that KIllie got desperate towards the end of the game and started giving away a lot of stuff, but they realistically should have had a lot more go against them. But then again, that's how it goes sometimes. So that's the score for the day. The next game is East 1. That'll be the important one for me. because obviously we want to just kind of capitalise on what we've got and push on from there. Oh, it's a whole fucking thing, isn't it? I always love streams whenever we lose, because again my stream crashed at the end of the first half as well, so I've just not had a lot of luck today at all. But once I go, I'll be able to go and make some food, enjoy myself, and try and have an easier night. What's everyone else's plans for the rest of the weekend? Apart from suffering. Because I mean, I've not really too much to do for the rest of the day. I kind of base my weekend around the stream, so like I said, I'm going to go and maybe not make dinner, but make like a snack, enjoy myself, and then watch some football that happens later on the night. Is there any good Premier League games on actually? I haven't even fucking checked. That's how. Because whenever there's a day that Celtic play, I don't look at any other games. It's West Ham and Chelsea are playing right now. It's 1-1 in that game somehow. They're names I've never seen for either team before. Naya Faguerd and what Carney I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Chukwuemeka. I think it's Chukwuemeka. But you know, there's that game. I'm just curious to see what ones I'll be watching. Oh, that is literally that's the last game of the day. Are you fucked? Please tell me there's other football matches on. Be a bit cringe if that was the case. What would the Bundesliga? I want to watch Sutton, man. Do they have any games today? No. They're in the same fucking boat. Although Eintracht's winning against Darmstadt. That was a game though, if anyone watched this one, that one was a belter of a game, and one of our ex-players even scored in it. But Danny Olmo's looking like more and more of a player every season, for real. It's not even a joke when I say that. We've got 3 minutes and then we'll wrap this up for the night. I should probably actually try and load Spotify, so let me load this. Just so I can use an outro song at the very fucking least, because everything crashed and died and burned. But if I freeze and just disappear, you know, it's because I tried to load something. But yeah, I'll try and do a lot more live streams over the coming weeks. Like I said, I've got the reaction for the Champions League group stage draw. I'll do that. Because obviously Celtic's in it and maybe Rangers might be too, so it'd kind of be like a double down sort of purpose kind of deal. But obviously before that we've got the game on the 26th, and then after the Old Firm draw, which is going to be interesting, we've got the Old Firm against Rangers, and then actually the Scotland games too. When are the Scotland games? That's something I haven't even really considered. Because I know they're in September, I just don't know when exactly they what the dates are. I think it's like the 13th or something that they might play. No, it's not the 13th of September, no, it's the 8th of September that they play. So yeah, there'll be a couple of Scotland games in amongst the League Ones too. The games that, in fact, let me just pull this one up so you can screenshot it if you're curious. But yeah, we've got only the one game to cover actually for the first split, which is against Cyprus away from home, which ideally I'd like to see us win. And then obviously we've got the friendly against England, but that will be a big game for a lot of reasons. I'm going to enjoy that one for many reasons. It's going to be a hell of a game, that, because Scotland's wearing their nice, beautiful kit. But you can see that Scotland's improving, man, because our friendly matches are against, you know, England, France. So we've had friendlies against like the Netherlands and that in the past. Like Scotland's slowly starting to put ourselves back where we need to be. But the next game, obviously, is the 8th of September, which is, you know, not too far away. Right now it's about, what, 3 weeks? 3 weeks. Can my Spotify hurry up and fucking load? Very much appreciated. There we go. see if youth can hear this. Let me just load some shit up. It isn't copyright friendly. Or that is copyright friendly, I should say. There we go. So let me get up the one that I used to outro. There we go. Yeah, it's even taking away. There we go, fix that. There we go, everything's back in sort of working order, but yeah, that was all that. But the next game, 26th August, 3 o'clock, remember it. You have legal obligation to be here if you choose to be. There's no actual legal obligation, but yeah, the support for the day stream was alright, despite the fact that it folded like a deck of cards on me halfway through, but we managed to get things fixed. I need to go and fix that dent in my PC, which is always nice, but it's not too bad. I just need to take the top of it off and buff it out, so it's not too bad in any sense of the case. But that's the highlight date. That'll be a highlight game for next month. This one specifically will be the highlight game for next month, obviously with the exception of the Champions League games, but I can't tell you what those are because I don't know. They've not been drawn yet. It's an interesting one. Yeah. Well, that about sums up everything that I need to do for here and now. So I'm going to get prepped to wrap this one up. None of it done too bad in any sense. I think combined both of the VODs will have about 1,000 odd views put together, which is way better than what I thought, so thank you for the support and all of the love on today's stream. It's very much appreciated, and again, I'll do my best to make sure that it doesn't happen next time. I'll figure out why that happened, but that's all I can do for now. So thank you for watching, thank you for coming along, thank you for taking the time to stop in and say hello and whatever else that may have been. Even the ones that came in to hate, we love you too, but there's not much I can really say, you know, besides that. Thank you for all of the support as well. We're not too far off of 700, so hopefully the next stream will hit that goal. I will consider that the goal for the rest of August, so yeah, keep an eye out for any videos that will happen over the course of the week as well. I'd appreciate it. If you're watching this as a VOD, thank you for watching the VOD, and thank you for coming along. Cheers, I'll catch you after. Enjoy!